popping up when I'm printing some items. I just got my delivery for Amazon when my Bambu delivery came in for all that filament. So howdy, howdy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ryan. Join me as I take you through another week in my print farm. So as you can see, my inventory numbers are looking a lot better from after the last festival. I've still got a few things I've got to stock up on, like some of these squirrels, as well as I have the Raptors that I'm currently working on. They'll be finished here shortly. And then I just got to do like a few of the Highland cows and just a few other things. But my inventory is almost back up to, at the very least, a little bit of every product post the festival. Still need to rebuild up my back stock, but I'm working on it. The minis, I finished the hippogriffs and some more cats, so I'm full stocked up on cats. I am going to work on printing a few more batches of the minis, just because they are a hot item of mine. And I put them in the mystery eggs, that way I don't have to worry about running out of anything. As for what I'm printing, over on the A1 Mini, I'm focusing on the just some mystery eggs. I had a few spools of filament, the green, the red, that I was getting low on filament. I figured I would just combine them. I've done that a few times, and the eggs make a great way to use the end of the roll filament. You can also see that I decided to move the A1 Mini from under there back up to this shelf. It was just killing my back going down there, so I'm kind of doing that. I may even end up moving the A1 up here and kind of move this display, but if I do that, that's probably going to be towards the end of the week. Either way, that would only be a temporary thing, because in a few weeks I'll get a 5th printer, so I'll have to put something back down there. Past that, I have been having some issues. Let me get an example of on the A1 Mini. I do not know if it is the printer, if it's the filament I've been using, or what, but you can't really see it very good, but it is popping up when I'm printing some items. So that way, like these eggs, when I close them, now this is the Zero Rainbow Matte Filament. Close it with one hand. It's just not sealed. So, I mean, that's not good, especially if it's supposed to be sealed like a dragon egg. I'll end up selling this one. What I'll do is I'll do it like a mystery egg, and I'll let people kind of, I'll just be honest with them and let them know it normally is not a problem, because people like the mystery eggs more for what's inside, and the egg is just an extra. But still, if anyone's run into that, let me know. I'm only really noticing it popping up this bad on some models. I mean, this is printing perfectly fine. It's also only on certain filament. Unsure what's going on, but yeah, I am ordering another build plate just to have an extra one just to see, but I did try it with the cryo grip, and I tried it with the super the cool plate super track from Bambu, both of which were a problem, so I'm not quite sure. I am going to also probably look at ordering something just to make sure that the heat is evenly distributed, in case maybe there's some spots on the plate that is not quite good, meaning not able to heat up as well. I don't know. I mean, this printer, I'm up to, I think, 2,500 hours on it, so I wouldn't surprise me if I do start to have some kind of an issue. Getting away from the A1 Mini, on the P1S, I currently have some cowboy crabs printing. I had to print another batch because I did have a layer shift on some of the crabs that I had printed. That is still going to sell them. Well, this one I'll actually probably give away for free because this one's busted. But I'm still going to sell them to anyone that wants them, but I'll sell them for like 70% off. Maybe if I can just recoup the filament cost. Over here, I have the Raptors and some baby T-Rexes printing over there. Those will be done here in the next hour. And down here, I have some Pink T-Rexes. These always go pretty good with the green ones, so I figured I'd sell a batch of them. Past that, yeah, we're making progress. My wife's been putting together some new models for us to, or been finding some new models for us to look at selling and integrating, so I'll be doing that pretty soon. Over here, I got an inspiration and saw this model on Maker World. This modeler made a whole bunch of mech-based Pokemon. They're really cool. I wanted them, and I figured I'd sell them, or I'd put them on my booth and kind of just see how it goes. It's not quite fully Pokemon, so I'm still going to look into the trademark of it just to see if it's fine. If not, it'll just be a conversation piece. And yeah, that's where we're at. I'll touch base with you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is Tuesday. The pink T-Rex is finished. Turned out pretty good. As well as another batch of the cowboy crabs. These ones turned out perfect, unlike these ones. So that's good. And I've got now a half a bin full for extra stock as well. We also had some raptors that finished. And some T-Rexes. I did lose one T-Rex in the process. But yeah, everything else turned out pretty good. As for what I am printing now, I am currently printing a rainbow crystal dragon, kind of going at a 70% scale. I'm using this for the eggs that I had mentioned. I'm going to fill about 3 of them, just with a dragon and 1 mini animal and 1 bigger animal in them, kind of as like a variation of the mystery eggs that I do. Let's see. So yeah, if it's in there nice and good, I'm doing the dragon that matches the egg. That way people at least know what color dragon they're going to get. And just putting a little mini as well as a small animal in it. Figured a nice little difference in the mystery eggs than what I normally do. Because it has the dragon, I'll probably end up doing it for $25 instead of the $22 that I normally do for the mystery. But we'll see. So I have the rainbow one right here that I'm going to do, and then I need to print an egg for that one right there. So that'll give me 3 of them. See if it's something that actually sells. As for what else I'm printing, Cinderwing launched a new batch of woodland creatures for minis for their little hatchlings. So they have some wolves and some raccoons right there. Over here we have some otters and some moose. And down here we have some foxes, and I'm just filling up a few extra spiders as well. And that will actually get me probably another row of minis. I'm slowly expanding these minis. Either that, or I might phase out some of the minis. I haven't decided. The Bigfoots will go back over there, so that'll actually give me a little bit of space. But for the most part, all the other animals sell. These Permades and Hippocampus don't really sell so much. But yeah, we'll see. I'm still deciding on that. What else I'm working on is we created a list of our order that we're going to be printing. I do much better if I have an idea of what to print next. So my wife went ahead and put the list together for me. This also includes a few new items we're going to do because not that we're getting stale. I mean, most of our items are selling, but we do have a few of them that weren't quite selling. So we have a few extra bins available. And it's nice to have a nice variety. You know, don't want to sell the exact same thing or make the exact same thing. So we're going to try a few new frogs, some dragonflies, some dogs we found, some geckos, etc. Just have a nice variety there. Also, I did actually just receive from ULEEY, a company. They just sent me a pair of their nippers to be able to, the snips is what I call them, just to be able to kind of clean up the 3D prints. I'm going to see how those turn out, and I'll let you guys know my feedback on that. But yeah, so that's kind of what my plan is for today. I'll touch base with you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is Wednesday. To start things off, the salamanders that I was printing last night for a new product we're going to be offering finished. I printed it in 2 colors. And of note, if you're ever looking to do a variety of colors, you can print them on the same build plate as long as they use the same color scheme. All I did was reverse the color scheme, but because the colors are all throughout it, it was still the same amount of filament changes, but gave me 2 different varieties. Just a little side note if you are ever trying to create a little bit of a variety, but you don't want to have to do a whole plate of this and a whole plate of that. Just figured I'd share that tidbit. Also, just got my delivery for Amazon. I spent a couple days, well, yesterday, I went ahead and did a large order from Amazon for build plates, filament, etc. And then I also yesterday did a large order from Bambu. Not sure if you're aware, but they are currently doing a cyber sale. It's like a really early Black Friday sale that they're doing. I think they're doing it for the full month, but if you order 18 rolls of filament, you're able to get it for $10.99 for the basic filament, basic matte, and basic silk. For the refill, of course. And so I went ahead and stocked up. I have quite a lot coming. I think between Amazon and the Bambu, I spent about 500 some odd between filament, but I need to go ahead and stock up A, for the last of these festivals, and B, just to make sure I'm good for the Christmas season, because I'm expecting some Etsy orders to hopefully be picking up and some Shopify orders. So as for any other updates, I did finish those minis. We had the otters and the moose that finished. I think they turned out really good. I also have the raccoons and the wolves that just finished this morning, and a few of the spiders that I had also printed with the foxes. So we are good there. I'm now up to an additional row, which one of the items that I did actually order in here is some more of the Pet G for another shelf. I'm looking to probably extend at least 2 more shelves, maybe 3 more shelves, depending upon how much these 4 rolls that I ordered get me. I think it'll get me about 3, maybe even 4 more rows of shelves. I'm trying to remember offhand. Unfortunately, the magnets will not be here until next week. But hey, do what I can. As for what else I'm printing, working on some more mystery eggs, just using the rest of my filament. I had several kind of leftover filament. If you ever have leftover filament and you do any of the eggs or mystery eggs, I think they turn out really good if you do like this. Essentially, you just split it up. And I've even done it when I'm not out of the filament just to kind of have a nice variety, and a lot of people like it. At least people I run into. So yeah, I'm going to run out the rest of the gold, and then I think I'm going to transition to the pink gold, which won't get much, but I'll get a little ring, and then kind of go from there. On the P1S, I have, they are Arctic wolves? No, either Arctic foxes or Arctic cats. I can't remember which. They're printed in white, just with some accents of a turquoise across it. So I am working on that now. That will not finish until tonight. Down here, I just started an order, or not an order, I just started printing some hippos and some blue crabs. And here, this is something we're going to try out. We're only going to print 1 batch of it just to kind of showcase, and then I'm going to do almost like a pre-order system at the markets. But it's kind of an advent calendar. It's a 12 Days of Christmas advent calendar that I found on Cinderwing. Uses their dragons. They're all shrunk down to be able to support just a mini. So I'll sell them with 12 of the eggs, all wrapped. Well, I haven't decided if I'll wrap them. I think I'll wrap them. And then it's going to be a mini inside of each one. The problem is, between To print the whole batch, it takes about 500 grams of filament, and it takes about 24 hours. Then we got to factor in the minis. So I'm trying to figure out how to price it. I'm thinking, based on how I normally do my math, I'm going to be looking at about $70. We'll see. Curious in you guys' thoughts, what would be an appropriate price? Like I said, it's going to be about 500 grams of filament, and that's not even factoring in the minis that I have here. Yeah, curious on your input. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and open up this stuff, get it sorted out. I'll show you guys what I did in my order so you guys can just see for kicks. All right, so as you can see, I got all my PETG that I got in from Creality. That's going to match the exact color scheme of this. I ordered 4 rolls. Still waiting on the magnets, though. I did get a pink gold. I think this was from eSun? No, Jo. It was from Jo. I typically just shop. Most of the colors I run to for the pink gold are about the same color, so I just shop whatever's cheapest. I think that one was only 21. And then, as is evident, bunch of Zyro Filament. Really love that brand, as was evident from my review. So I ordered, it was Shimmer, Rosy Cloud, Afterglow. No, that's Afterglow. Maple Forest, that's it. And the Peachy Sunrise. So those are ones that I have, well, except for the Shimmer, those are all the ones that I have available on my site that people can place orders for them. I really like the Shimmer one, so I might add that one to my available list, but I wanted to make sure I had enough in stock of that. And then past that, just to have a few extra plates around, I ordered a BQ CryoGrip Glacier plate for the A1 Mini and the A1 so for both sides. So yeah, once I get the Bambu order in, I'll show you guys how that looks. That's going to be a much bigger order. Good morning. It is Thursday. And to start things off, the Hippo is finished printing. I'm not really impressed with the model. This was a new designer that I was testing out. And it looks good, but the articulation in the back is non-existent, as well as it doesn't stand. I was expecting it to stand. So yeah, we'll see. I'll print them, see how they go. But yeah, I don't know if I'll make any more. As for the crabs, I printed a version that does not have the cowboy hat. I've actually had a few people that have requested it and figured I'd test it out and see. I only made a couple of them, but I plan on probably making some more. Here I did the articulated foxes, the Arctic fox I meant. Did the turquoise for the accents and the white. I'm also going to print a version of it that's going to have some different colors as well. As for the advent calendar, you may have noticed it in the last part of the video, but it was actually free printing. I didn't notice it until after I printed it. So yeah, I'm just printing the tops right now. Just that way, I kind of measured it up and I'm printing just the tops. I'm going to actually just glue it because I'm not going to be selling this one. This is really just a pre-order system I'm going to have set up at my booths to where people can pre-order it from me, and I'll look at making it just because I don't want to make so many of them for them not to sell during the Christmas season. And I do know 2 people that are already going to look at getting them from me. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do the pricing though, but I'll figure that out by the end of the week. So yeah, we'll see if this works out. I'll essentially glue it, and then I'll take a soldering iron to kind of fuse it a little bit better so it stays strong and looks fine. As for what else I'm printing, over here I have some Highland cows and a different version of a cow. It's called a Hustain cow. This is from a new designer. It looks really good, but we'll see how it turns out. Down here, I have some bunnies printing as well as some reindeer. And yes, I know it's a little early, but I figured if Lowe's can pull up the Christmas stuff, so can I. And over here, this is two new frogs. I already had, unfortunately, I had two adhesion issues on two of them in the front to where they got dislodged overnight. But the rest of them are turning out good. They are rose frogs, so they have rosebuds on their back, as well as that one is kind of a toad style. So yeah, that's the plans for now. Tomorrow I'll touch base with you, and then I'll be packing it up for the farmers market on Saturday. Good morning. It is Friday. To start things off, I packed some orders today for two orders. Actually, one was on my website, one was on eBay, and I'm working on one on my Etsy site right now, which that's the first part that's being finished. Second part of it is right here, which is for the Posca markers. Got about 33 minutes left. So once that's done, I will uh, drop it off to be shipped. Over on the P1S, I have some new shelves that I'm working on because I figured I'd update my or add some additional shelves to my system. On my P1S, I finished a large crystal dragon in the Galaxy translucent filament, which a correction to anyone who I've talked with this one about. I thought it was actually called Galaxy filament. I didn't realize it's actually a translucent, which is relevant for profile settings, but there we go. Just doing a few of those, but I am going to be working on my shelves on that printer as well in a few minutes. I'm actually going to be doing the double wide shelves, so that way I can kind of put some bigger items out there. As for the Advent, I did reprint the tops and glued it on there, and it actually looks pretty good. You can still tell a little bit. I'm not going to sell this particular one, but as for displaying it at the farmers market to be able to get pre-orders and whatnot for it, I think it'll serve its purpose. So I'm going to be working on getting that put together later today. On my A1, I have just a batch of small dragons, all printing in the sunrise filament, peachy sunrise filament. That should be running for a bit today. And yeah, so we're finally at a point to where I'm good with all the new products. I've still got a few new things I'm going to be popping out next week, but we've got a few new items out. Now I'm really just looking at filling up stock, like those small dragons, just trying to get that bin filled. And then next week I'll be working on filling up more of these because in 2 weeks I have my first Christmas market, which will be November 15th. And I'm expecting that one to do pretty good, so I need to get my stock up. Speaking of Christmas, also went ahead and opted to print some reindeer, both a male and female version with some bunnies. They turned out pretty good. I didn't want to go too Christmas themed, like I almost went with candy cane earrings and a Rudolph nose. But this way, if for some reason they don't sell, I can sell them out of the season. And I did a new style of the cows that I found from someone. I think it turned out pretty good, actually. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna start packing this stuff up here in a few minutes because I do have the Gastonia Farmers Market that I'm gonna be setting up for tomorrow, and I will take you guys through that process. Started packing things up for the market tomorrow when my Bambu delivery came in for all that filament. So I'll let you guys see what I had ordered in the cyber sale that they're doing. All right, got it all unpacked. As you can see, I ordered quite a bit. I ordered 3 beds, one of which is the cool plate, one is a textured PEI and smooth PEI, kind of dual-sided one, and one mini cool plate. I ordered a bunch of nozzles and hot end assemblies. Uh, I ordered some, that's just some filters. I I did have to order a hot end heating assembly because the A1 Mini has some scorch marks on it. I don't know if this will help, but I did order the anti-vibration feet. I figured it was worth a try. 4 blacks, 4 whites, and then one of a bunch of different colors, some of which I've used before, some of which I haven't. But altogether, what is that, 24 filaments? And then that's the last 2 of the Amazon ones that I'd gotten in. So yeah, quite a bit of a haul, but a really good deal. I mean, it was $10.99 per filament, essentially. All these were on sale as well. So if you, I believe their sales going on through most of November. So if you are needing to place some bulk orders, definitely the place to go. I just placed the order 3 days ago. Yeah, 3 days ago. The day, or maybe it was, yeah, 3 days ago, and it's already here. So that's really quick delivery as well, at least where I am. And I don't have time to do it before, but my magnets came in from Amazon, so that's great. Yeah, next part of this video you'll see will be me doing the setup at the market tomorrow. This is our setup that we have at the Gastonia Farmers Market. All right, I am back from the farmers market. It was a really cold start. Ended up with about $100 in vendor transactions, just between other vendors that I'd come by getting Christmas stuff and whatnot. So it was looking pretty promising, thinking that was the case. However, unfortunately, there was only about 14 vendors compared to the normally 20 to 30 that is at that market. And I guess because of the temperature or the season, foot traffic was down. So at the market, I only ended up making 166 cash with $68 in card transactions for a total of 234. So, I mean, still great. Not bad. I was kind of hoping as it's getting closer towards Christmas time that it would pick up, but we'll see. I am going to be at that market again next week, and then in 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing a Christmas market. So we'll see how that kind of goes. As for what sold, it was for the most part the mystery eggs that always seem to be a big hit. So I'm going to be working on getting some more of those. And past that, just a few things here and there, just a few minis, really, actually. So yeah. As for what I'm printing now, I'm wrapping up an egg that was printing while I was gone, and another shelf. This one's a wider one. I'm going to do a batch of probably 3 or 6 big shelves to hopefully hold my dragons, at least some of my dragons in them. For the P1S, I have a batch of Carnival Carnival Cruise ducks. My mom requested those. She always buys them before she goes on a cruise ship, so figured I would get them for her. And down here I have a batch of small dragons, just trying to fill up that bin. So yeah, that's pretty much how it's been. It's been a light week. Online, we did have 3 Etsy orders for a total of $38 for this week. 1 eBay order for a total of 14. And our website, we had an order for 12. So our online order total for the week was 64. So that does put our grand total for the week at $298 for the week. Not bad. Not as good as I was hoping with the Christmas season coming up. I'm not quite sure why Etsy is still down. I know that they recently made a big change to how their algorithm is pulling things, so I guess I may have to make some updates. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's where we're at. Next week, I'll be working on getting a few more new products out, just the last of the new products for the season, at least for the rest of the year, and then just working on some more of my shelving. And yeah, that's what the plan is for right now. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like If you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to get any feedback that you guys might have or any questions that you guys have. Thank you. Have a good one.